You hope that this was just a difficult period in your relationship. But the moment came and everything became clear. The girl left, or said she wants to leave. The refusal of a loved one to continue a relationship is painful. It seems that no one else will ever need you. This pain feels like being stabbed in the back. It is easier for a person to endure physical pain than to feel rejected, especially when loved ones leave them. Few can easily accept such a betrayal. Most men begin to frantically look for a way to save a relationship that no longer exists. I call these hunched sprinters, and not even because they run after women. The real meaning of these bursts is an escape from oneself, an attempt to deny reality. After all, the truth is always the same. You stopped being interesting. The girl fell out of love. The relationship ended. The rest of the thoughts and explanations are illusions. It is dangerous to believe in illusions. You may decide that there is one last chance to bring her back. When it fails, you will come up with the next, the one that would definitely work. Such sprints for the ex will bring you to depression, apathy, and a complete collapse of self-esteem. She will not return to the broken and miserable man. You will be left alone, crying over the pieces of your broken heart. Ex betrayed our love. For boys with a broken heart awaits an unenviable fate. Usually, they choose one of two things: either find a good fairy who will fill the hole and heal the scars, or to take revenge on the women who hit them so painfully. Both are destined for loneliness and disappointment. In search of a fairy, a man will find a lady to whom he will become strongly attached. This means a balance of significance is already wrong at the start, and the inevitable breakup in the style of "let's remain friends." Avengers have an even more unpleasant story. They see only negative qualities in girls and become miserable in their apathy and hate. Good women are not the choice of offended boys. Such fake alpha males either choose easy targets that you can't build quality long-term relationships with, or stop dating altogether. These guys take the position of the victim. They believed in the illusion that the world was obligated to heal their wound or to answer for the wrongdoing. I suggest another way. To do this, you will have to open the wound, sterilize it from the poison of illusions, and then sew it up for a long time with a thread of harsh truth. It will be harder than crying over the photos of an ex. It will not help you, but the pain experienced correctly will make you stronger. Not if you're ready and let's go. I'll tell you how relationships fall to the bottom and how to push off from it. Love has gone, and you did not notice. Imagine a man as the captain of a ship and a woman as a crew. At the beginning of a relationship, a man's world is filled with the songs of pink angels and the sweet smell of perfume on the sheets. The girl courts her chosen one, as the sun shines on a tropical beach. Respect, attention, compliments, and declarations of love. It seems that the ship of life has finally entered the heavenly harbor. This serene happiness seems endless. However, even in the quietest bay, you need to know the currents and pitfalls. When the team wants to have fun, but you have to swim around the reefs, small conflicts begin. This is a fight for dominance. It is present in every relationship. A man always feels these light shots, but is not always aware. Because, after realizing the conflict of interest, he will have to enter into a struggle with himself. On the one hand, he feels disrespected, and on the other hand, he wants to plunge into her hair again, smelling of tropical flowers and caramel. It's hard to deny yourself pleasure, and you don't want to upset the girl. Therefore, the captain forgets his duty and does what the sailors want. It's easier to swallow a little piece of disrespect in order to sprint away from uncomfortable feelings. Failure of the balance of significance. The first few holes in your pride are easy to miss, because in response to concessions, the girl stops acting up and the sunny paradise of love continues. This is how a man remembers the scheme. Giving in to the little things means to continue the serene enjoyment of love swimming. Gradually, it seems to him that they agreed on everything, and it is all back to normal. The poor lover is sure that the girl will not get away from him. There is a cold sea around, and it is so comfortable on the boat. He bathes in the illusion of stability in relationship, and the lady's claims become tougher with each conflict. Because a woman wants male hardness from her partner, but she gets a candy floss. The girl is disappointed, and the wind begins to blow in the direction of a breakup. The woman leaves because she doesn't respect you. Relationships built on illusions inevitably enter a crisis. The level of significance of a man begins to sink to the bottom, like a ship taking on water in the hold. This happens when a guy gives up in a major conflict, or when there are already many small defeats. He turned a blind eye to the threatening signals for too long and sprinted away from reality into sweet daydreams. Finally, the crew of his ship realizes that the captain is no longer capable of making decisions. A riot begins. The team blames the captain. There are few financial sales. He has grown fat. There is little space on the boat for yoga. And in general, they have stopped sailing to the sunny shores. The man tries to suppress the unrest with a tough, commanding tone, but the girl no longer sees him as a leader. Then the guy in desperation goes to negotiations. He says, "We will fix everything. We just need to work on our relationship." But a woman will not follow the captain, who became soft. The man again rushes into illusions. He revels in nostalgia of perfect times. He begins to sing songs about sunny shores to the girl, gives gifts, promises even more freedom in exchange for devotion. It seems to the poor fellow that his former status may affect something. However, if the guy looks around him, he will understand. The team is no longer listening to him, and he is lying on the deck in a submissive pose. The frustrated girl from time to time threatens to throw him overboard. In order to not become the feed of the sharks of loneliness, the man begins to beg for mercy. This makes it clear to the lady. The captain has softened and become useless. Sooner or later, she ties a heavy load of guilt to the guy's leg and gets rid of him like ballast, or offers a man a reduction to the lowest rank to remain friends. Who does the girl leave you for? It does not matter whether the boat of your relationship has gone to the bottom or is still afloat. The girl begins to look for a replacement captain. After all, your boat is already full of holes. The sails are dirty and the flag is hanging. At the same time, there's plenty of the ships in the sea. Those men have not yet had time to turn into useless ballast. Their ships look extremely tempting in comparison with the broken boat of the ex. A decent woman will carefully land a partner on the island of loneliness, and only then will she find a new one. Good ladies do not rush from one relationship to another, but the malicious witch will simply jump onto someone else's side, leaving the ex to drown. Stopping a girl from looking for her next partner is like ramming a brand new battleship with a ramshackle boat. In the case of the most successful attack, the man smashes both pairs to pieces. Imagine how grateful the crew will be to the captain who left them without a navigational aid on the high seas. The lady, who was recaptured from the new ship, begins to devour the ex, like a hungry sailor on a desert island eats a fat captain. And if a guy gets into a triangular relationship, he loses respect completely. A lady will perceive such a man only as a resource. The girl doesn't respect me. What to do? What's the way out? You can join the League of Former Captains we talked about at the beginning. It's cozy there. Some suck up and play sad, while the other loudly scold unfit women. If you try to save a sinking relationship, you will end up like this: red eyes, a glass in your hand, and a heart that aches every night from a wound. I offer an alternative option: to understand that now you can only voluntarily leave the post. When a girl wants to leave, the only way out is a total ignoring to the bitter end. If the girl herself returns to you, you cannot be afraid of a riot for a while. However, your softness and misunderstanding of the psychology of women will ruin your relationship again. Therefore, while ignoring is going on, a man should close the holes in self-esteem and learn how to manage emotions. How to get over the breakup. The best way to get over a breakup is to study yourself, women, and relationships with them. While you're fixing your ship with training, career growth, and travel, you can look for a new crew. Grabbing the first girl you see for your next voyage is stupid. She may come with a surprise you don't know about. It will be more efficient to look at as many options as possible. You don't have to dive deep into them. One meeting is enough for you to train the skill to distinguish suitable companions from obvious frauds. Are you interested to learn more about this? Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell as well. We have a lot more videos coming.